find these on our SDC website. So for instance, if we were to, I don't know if these are, if this will allow me to click on them or not. I guess not. Okay, well, anyway, these, all the plans are on our website under sdc.wsu.edu. And it will tell you what your second year courses should be. Obviously, you're in your fall semester courses, and it will list what courses you need to take in the spring. And there's one for each of the different majors. If you're an articulation student, meaning if you came to the university with work from one of our colleges that we're working with, then you would find those agreements and advising guides right here on our page, and they're under student resources. So first you would go to wsu.edu and then click on advise or student resources, then advising, and then it'll take you to this page where you'll find all the advising guides. So I know most of you probably already know how to navigate the student My WSU, but it never hurts to have a refresher. So if you're trying to find your academic report as far as what requirements you still need to do, you need to click on the advising tile, which is at the top here. If you're wanting to register for classes, you want to click on the Manage Classes tab. And then the other tab that's really important is your Tasks tabs. That's going to tell you whether you have holds or tasks that you need to complete. The only hold that Treva and I can remove is your advising hold. So if you have a hold for a financial hold, or if you have a hold for transcripts or something like that, we can't remove those. You need to click and get the information on who to contact for that hold. So to view your academic progress report, and that would be clicking this tab here, the A+. First, you're going to select the academic advising from the student, your page. Then you're going to click on View Report. Oops, I must have skipped over something. Sorry about that. Select Academic Advising. I think we're missing a slide, but maybe not. Oh yeah. Then click Academic Progress. Then you're going to view it as a PDF. Much easier to read as a PDF, as you'll see on this screen. So this is where you can see all your requirements and what you still need to fulfill. Everything that shows up in not satisfied means that you still have to complete that requirement. So when you go through your academic advising requirements, if you have questions about something that you think that you have completed, but it's still showing not satisfied, please contact Treva and I, because it could be it's something that we have to go in and adjust. The next slide is going to talk to you about enrollment dates. So this is, you're going to find this on your Manage Classes tile. So you would click on that first and then go to your enrollment date. It'll be on the left-hand side, and you will click on it, and it will actually tell you the day and time that your registration is open. They haven't placed those yet, so wait. We're hoping that they'll be in the next few weeks. The class schedule comes out on October 15th, so I'm hoping that sometime shortly after that, your enrollment dates will start to show up. Registration for spring doesn't open until November 9th. So if you're going to enroll in your classes, you can click that Class Search and Enroll. So you click on the tab, and then you start searching for the courses that you want to add to your shopping cart. Make sure that you pick the right term and that you also pick the right campus. You'll want to make sure that you choose Pullman campus and then spring term. You can also use the schedule of classes, which Treva and I use a lot because it's just easier to read, and you can tell right away. You can separate it out by classes only on the Pullman campus, where on the MyWSU it will lump them all together, and so you have to make sure you're choosing the right course on the right campus. So a lot of times what we recommend is that you look at the schedule of classes first, because you're going to see exactly what's available and how many seats there are. So if you you want to definitely make sure that you pick the Pullman campus, and then you're going to want to click on spring 2021. And it's not live yet, so obviously you can't click on that, but it will be on October 15th. So this is where it explains on the schedule of classes what kind of instruction modes there will be for spring semester. So DD stands for distance delivery. Faculty field is web arranged, meaning that course is going to be online. Synchronous means online instruction via Zoom, Blackboard, Canvas, or other technologies. It'll list the day and time and the course. One thing, when it's a synchronous course, the day and time is the day that the course will be offered, and the time is the exact time that the course will be taught. So if it's synchronous, that means that you have to attend that class. It's not something where it's going to be recorded and you can go back and watch it when you want. That would be asynchronous. Next semester, obviously, most of you have probably heard, most or all lecture classes will be offered online. And there will be a limited amount of classes with students that are 10 students or less that can be taught face-to-face. And those decisions, again, won't be coming out until that spring schedule, which will be October 15th. Okay, Treva, I'm handing it over to you. Maybe she's not there. Okay, well, I'll keep going until I hear from her.
Unmute. I'm sorry, Julie.
Oh, okay.
Kept picking it, I wasn't. What I usually do is I like to have the schedule of classes that Julie showed us, the schedules.wsu.edu, open in one window, and then the class search and enroll in another one. So then I can just grab, for instance, right here, you can see that you can just grab the course ID number, and that will pull up that course. Or you can enter it by, you could actually enter it in different ways also, by the catalog, the course name and the course number, or the course ID number, or the schedule line number from the schedule of classes. You can do any of those ways. So there's lots of different ways of using this. So that's why I like to have one window open with the schedule of classes, which is schedules.wsu.edu, and another in the MyWSU with the course selection or course search and enroll. So you can use all those different ways. Once you pull up the class that you want, and you can click on the black part, either in the regular academic session or the dates and times, anywhere there's black text, you can click on it, and that will bring up the course that you want. Once you bring it up, it will give you a description of the class, so you can look at all the information on the class and see if that's really what you want. If that's the class you want, then you'll select that class and then click Next. Review your class preferences, and if you want to be added to the wait list, slide the tab to Yes, then click on Accept. That's if a class is full. You'll want to make sure that you do this so that you get on the wait list as quickly as possible. The higher you are on the wait list, the more likely you're going to get into a class. Especially with any classes within the SDC, you'll want to do this because we're going to be watching if we actually didn't make the enrollment enough for the class. We'll be watching that to make sure that we increase enrollment so that you can get into the class. We only have control over SDC classes, so anything outside the SDC, make sure you get on the wait list for. The next screen, you can choose enroll and add to the shopping cart. I think I'm a screen behind you, Julie.
Are you? Oh, sorry.
That's okay. Once you choose enroll or add to the shopping cart, you can only enroll if your enrollment date has been reached. So if your enrollment date is November 9th at 10 o'clock and you're trying to enroll on November 9th at 9 a.m., it's not going to let you. You can just add it to the shopping cart. Once you add it to the shopping cart, you click next. Then you'll review that class to make sure it's the one you want. We always got to choose it several different times. They'll review, click submit. And then we'll, classes have been added to your shopping cart. Click next. To validate your shopping cart, you'll click on the course in the shopping cart tab. You'll click on the course, select the circle next to open, then click validate. I suggest that you validate classes if you're before enrollment. This way you can see if there's any issues, if the class is full already, if there's a prerequisite that you haven't met. There's just lots of things that can be found in the validate. If you've chosen the wrong campus, it will give you a message that says like outside your career or something like that. It's a real cryptic message, but if you validate your shopping cart, you can see if there's going to be any issues and you can contact Julie and I so we can help you. Once you've validated the shopping cart and it's all complete, you can now click the shopping cart once your enrollment date is here. Select the courses, then you can click enroll after your enrollment date's here. Then you'll be enrolled in classes. Here's some handy FAQs for your students and how-do. These can all be found on the registrar's homepage, which is registrar.wsu.edu. It will tell you how to drop a class, swap a class, which you can only do up until the 10th day, I believe. Maybe it's the fifth day, I'm sorry. View your position on a wait list so you know where you're at on the wait list, how to view or order your transcripts, change credits if you need to. It also will give you some information on what does it mean when your error message says requisites not met or outside your career. You can look up some of this stuff yourself. The registrar's website has a lot of really good information on it. The university writing portfolio. Some of you are probably to that point where you're going to start needing to submit the university writing portfolio. They have changed the process starting with this semester. You no longer have to do it the way it was before where you did a time write and then submitted 3 papers. You now will do this all in a Qualtrics format on the University Writing Portfolio's website, which is writingprogram.wsu.edu, University Writing Portfolio. You'll do this within a Qualtrics. Once you get started, you have 1 week to complete it. So you want to have everything kind of ready when you do it. You only have to submit 2 college course writing assignments. Then you'll answer a short series of questions about each paper that you're submitting and do a reflection.
Yeah, I'm
going to be what you'll do for, instead of a time write, you'll do a reflection, and it's required for each submission. However, you're no longer required to get the instructor's signature or the grades on the paper. They will not be putting a hold on for the spring term, but in future terms, once you reach 75 credits, they will put a hold on and you won't be able to register until you've started this, until you've completed the process in the Qualtrics, which will give you have 1 week to complete it. So you want to make sure that you're ready to do it when you get started. Once you've submitted it, you can check your milestones to see if you've submitted everything properly and it's been done, completed. You'll receive a message, I believe, also in my WSU that you have completed it.
Mm-hmm.
The Writing Center has some really great resources, and you can find these on their webpage again, which is writingprogram.wsu.edu. How to do an introductory paragraph, build an argumentative research paper. There's just lots of really good resources at the Writing Center. And since we have these resources, I strongly recommend that you try to use the resources available. If you have any questions, there's contact information also on the Writing Center's website. It's very important for school and for your future career to be emailing professionally. If you're emailing your professors and your advisor, you want to do it in a professional manner. Just make sure when you're writing emails, they're professional, not just, hey, I need something. You want to do a subject line, and the message, please do a salutation, state your name and what class you're in, or if you're writing your advisor, it's really good to include your ID number, because there's a good chance we could have two that with people with the same name. Then do your purpose for writing, and then make sure it's short and to the point. It's very important to be professional in emails. Do you have any questions for us today? Does anybody have any questions?